U.S. stock markets were preparing to open in the wake of Sandy on Wednesday, ending a shutdown that left investors unable to trade for 2 days and sparked recriminations over whether Wall Street should have been better prepared to handle the impact of such a storm. The New York Stock Exchange said Tuesday that it plans to open as usual at 9:30 a.m. and that its trading floor and headquarters in Lower Manhattan were fully operational despite widespread blackouts and flooding in that part of the city. The Nasdaq stock market and the AQ negative 0.40% and other exchanges will thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Open as well. Bond markets will follow suit. While investors and industry officials breathed a sigh of relief, critics argued that the storm exposed how ill-prepared exchanges and their Wall Street customers are for such an event. Regulators on Tuesday said they plan to probe whether more needs to be done to get exchanges and the trading community ready for such disasters. The whole saga has demonstrated just how little the exchanges have prepared for a natural, pandemic or terrorist threat since 9/11, said Christopher Nagy, an exchange and trading firm consultant who formerly handled Thank You for Trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. The routing of orders for brokerage firm TD Ameritrade Holding Corporation AM/TD plus 1.08%. This is another in a long line of examples of exchange failures and an exercise in losing consumer confidence. Conflicts between the exchanges and customers arose Sunday, when big board operator NYSE Euronext plus 0.32% said it was seeking to close its trading floor for the hurricane but keep electronic trading open, something that it hasn't done before. Banks and brokerages complain that they hadn't properly tested such a mode of trading, and that doing so would mean bringing workers into Thank You for Trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Their offices just as Sandy was approaching. NYSE and customers have been at odds over this emergency backup plan for more than a year. Customers expressed similar concerns ahead of Hurricane Irene in 2011, according to people involved in the discussions. Irene went easy on Lower Manhattan, and didn't require the backup plan. After Irene, NYSE kept the same emergency plan in place but many firms didn't test their systems. Throughout the weekend and Monday and Tuesday, exchange officials and customers in private pointed the finger at one another for not having a proper Thank You for Trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. The emergency system in place, according to people involved in some of the conversations. The industry pushed back, arguing that without the big board floor in operation, brokers weren't sure they could trust the markets to set opening and closing stock prices. Trading firms said on conference calls with exchange officials Sunday night that they weren't prepared for the NYSE plan, known as Print as N, named after the designation for the big board used by computerized trading algorithms. The comfort level wasn't there with the NYSE's plan on Sunday night, said Thank You for Trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. James Selway, managing director at ITG, the New York brokerage firm, who participated in many of the industry calls ahead of the storm. People either didn't understand it or trust it. Instead, the industry agreed to shut down the markets. More Markets coverage live, Markets Pulse Inside Markets, Wall Street vertical line, World Markets vertical line, Stocks vertical line, Bonds vertical line, Commodities vertical line, Currencies vertical line, Mutual Funds and ETFs blogs, Market Beat vertical line, Deal Journal. Watch WSJ video coverage on YouTube. Over 14,000 flights cancelled in Hurricane Sandy. Thank You for Trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Aftermath cleanup and recovery following Hurricane Sandy's destructive path. Banks, brokers and exchanges continued Tuesday morning to test a new backup plan put together Monday that would shift NYSE operations to its all-electronic platform. But as weather eased, the exchange announced it would open its trading floor. The Securities and Exchange Commission, which approved the NYSE backup plan in 2009, expects to review the NYSE's tests and preparations and determine how the industry can be better prepared for the next disaster, according to an agency official. The regulator isn't involved with testing of computer trading. Thank You for Trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Systems. But some critics say the SEC needs to do more to ensure that exchanges and trading firms are prepared for natural and man-made disasters. The regulators had a responsibility, particularly after 9/11, to see to it that every exchange had a backup plan that would ensure that regional disruptions wouldn't cause them to go down, said former SEC Chairman Arthur Leggett. For now, the agency is primarily focused on getting markets back into working order. Throughout Tuesday, SEC Chairman Mary Schapiro participated in calls with NYSE officials about the exchange operator's ability to thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Resume trading Wednesday. While a remote possibility, the SEC has the option of halting trading midday if trading gets overly erratic. Trading could start Wednesday with a flurry as investors with panic orders rush to get their trades in, investors said. With many roads flooded and mass transit still in disarray, NYSE officials helped trading floor workers arrange rides and carpools to reach the exchange for the market opening. The NYSE needs about 100 staff and traders on hand to effectively open its stock exchange, according to exchange officials. Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. The NYSE building remained accessible from the north despite floodwaters encroaching on Lower Manhattan, NYSE Euronext Chief Operating Officer Lawrence Leibowitz said. The NYSE switched over to its backup power generator Monday night when Consolidated Edison Incorporated had negative 0.07% cut power to sections of Lower Manhattan amid Sandy's surge, Mr. Leibowitz said. On Tuesday morning, extra fuel was delivered to the exchange, enabling it to run for 40 hours, and plans were to further top up the supply as the day progressed. Reopening the NYSE floor is critical for U.S. stock markets because thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Of the NYSE's role as the primary exchange for many blue-chip listings, NYSE Chief Executive Duncan Niederauer plans to be at the big board for the market open, an exchange spokesman said. NASDAQ officials had pushed for stock market trading to resume Wednesday, telling customers that they intended to keep NASDAQ OMX Group's downtown Manhattan headquarters closed and run operations from data centers in Carteret, Benjay, Shelton, Concord, and Philadelphia. NASDAQ's chief executive, Robert Griefeld, will work in Carteret on Wednesday morning, according to a person familiar with the matter.